Beautiful morning to you guys. As you can see, check out this view. Enjoying a beautiful sunrise. And I wanted to make a video today because it seems like a lot of people are stressing out these days. I wanted to make a video about stress management and how to manage the stress in your life. And I know especially how the world is, the events in the world is turning out. And I've noticed a lot of people are stressful, are are especially like during this time. We entering a depression, and most people would call it a recession, but it's more of a depression. It's not even here yet. It has just begun. So I want to get you guys to get to the right state of mind where you can manage any stress in your life, any situation, any event that may happen. So I want to explain to you how you can manage the stress, the techniques you can use, and what you can do about. Change is inevitable. You, Change is constant. You're gonna have change in your life. What you do with what happens to you determines I guess the result you get. So which well what is stress? Stress is a chemical response from the body that kicks the body into survival mode. So whenever you're stressing out, you're in survival. And usually that means you shut down the immune system. And when you shut down the immune system, you're liable to get sick. Your body's liable to get sick. And so the main thing you want to do is to stay in growth, which is happiness, peace of mind, and positivity. So when you're in growth, then you can't get sick. Then your life begins to change in a positive way. So as you may not know, that when doctors are performing surgery, not surgery, when they in surgery while they performing surgery, or performing a blood transfusion, and they are introducing a new type of foreign substance to the body. They have to inject stress hormones into the body, so they shut down the immune system. When they shut down the immune system, then the white blood cells doesn't attack the foreign substance, which is the new blood that's being pumped into the heart or into the body. If the doctors doesn't do that, then the body starts fighting and rejecting the foreign substance, which is the new blood that's being pumped into the body. So that is the only way they are able to successfully perform blood transfusions and introducing new blood into the body. So this is how powerful and deadly that stress can be. Stress can actually kill you. So my point here in this video is to help you reduce stress, help you control it, so that way it doesn't take a hold of your life and ruin your life. So if anything, for instance, if something negative happened to you today, all that matters is how you respond to it. Like, for instance, let's say if I'm not sure your situation, but let's say something negative, horrible happened to you today. You can look at the situation. Most people they don't respond to the situation, they react. So they get angry. They automatically get angry, or they get upset, and those emotions kick the body into survival mode, and then you begin to release stress hormones into the body, which shut down the immune system, and you're liable to get sick. So what you want to do is, as soon as something negative, look at these fishes jumping out of the water. It's amazing. So, hope I didn't lose my train of thought right here. So, as you, so let's say when something negative happened to you, then what you want to do is observe it, observe the thoughts that's coming into your mind, observe the emotions, in response to the emotion. Say, I'm not going to allow myself to feel this way because of something that happens to me. So that's when you begin to take control of your life, and you begin to combat, you begin to prevent stress. For me, when something negative happens, I just look at it as if, okay, that's life. It's gonna happen. Something negative is bound to happen in your life. Like, life is not gonna be a constant, a constant happy moments after happy moments. This is the presumptions people get about positive people. Positive people are not always positive. They just have the mindset that whatever happens to them, they can overcome it, and it shall pass, and they will remain back to a positive state of mind. They observe the event, they observe the emotions, they observe their thoughts. They don't stay too long in that negative mindset. So they can quickly change their mind to a positive mindset after a negative event has occurred. So we'll go back to the what stress is. I tend to deviate from subject to subject, but my mind is working millions miles per second. So stress can kill you because it's the stress hormones that the body releases and kicks your body into survival mode. And when you're in survival mode, um, the body is not in growth, so the immune system gets shut down. This is what's happening with whatever's happening in the news, negativity. It causes stress, and well, the media knows all about this, so that's why they want to remain. That's why they only want to show you negativity to shut down the immune system. And when you focus on negativity, you become stressful, and when you enter a depression, that's when the body begins to physically get ill, like instantly. So what you want to do is observe whatever happened to you. Don't react to it, like get angry or get upset. Just observe it, and once you observe it, and you can actually think properly. Your mind is not clouded uh, by negative emotions, negative thoughts, and then you are able to see in a broader perspective as to how you can resolve the situation. So once you look at the situation, then you say, what can I do about this situation that can change it into a positive outcome, or get a positive result from it, or change it completely, or get rid of it? Once you start thinking that way, then you start to notice that whatever you can change, just change it. So that way you wouldn't be stressful about it. And whatever you cannot change, don't stress about it, because it's out of your control. If it's out of your control, if you keep constantly thinking about it, then it's gonna cause you more stress. You're going to become more stressful because you can't control it, and you can't do anything about it to resolve the situation. So don't let your mind linger to on that situation, and just let it go, and then just keep thinking to yourself, everything will work out for the best. And normally it does, because people are always constantly thinking about things that they cannot change, and that cause them to become stressful. And if you can change the situation, if you can change your negative circumstances, do something about it. Do something about it to change it, instead of constantly thinking about how bad the situation is. And then once you keep thinking how bad the situation is, then you become more stressful. You become more stressful. The more stressful you become, you shut down the body's immune system, and then you become ill. You start to become sick, and and then that's where, if you become If you remain in that state of mind too long, then um, you become depressed. Then other organs start to fail because the body is not able, the immune system is not able to fight off the uh, the bacterias or whatever's foreign substance objects or whatever's coming into the body. So then you start to get physically ill, and then you end up on your deathbed. This is how stress can kill you. So my point is to help you remain positive and know that you can overcome any situation, any circumstances in your life just by observing your thoughts, not reacting to your thoughts or your events, circumstances in your life, but to respond to them in a way that will change the situation. I know a lot of people will justify any means that why, the reason as to why their life is the way it is, because most people don't like to change. They don't want to change. It's not that most people do truly want to change, but it's because of habitual tendencies that's put the body in a state of mind. So let me see if I can put this in a better way you can understand it. For instance, whenever if someone look at the situation in life, they know it needs to be changed, but they're gonna keep thinking to themselves, maybe I'll do it next month, maybe I'll do it next year, maybe I'll do it another time. But right now, I mean, it's not them that's thinking that way. It's the body, because it's a habit. Once you've developed a habit, it's become a subconscious. It become a subconscious. Uh, it becomes the subconscious body, because the body itself is the subconscious mind. And then once the body becomes stronger than the mind, you can keep thinking about changing your situation. It's not going to change it because you've already developed the habit. The only way to change your situation is to force your body to change its habits. Especially, like, for instance, if you're addicted to a certain type of food, most of the time you know it's not healthy, and you keep saying to yourself, I'm going to quit, I'm going to quit. Especially like addictions such as cigarettes. You keep thinking to yourself, you're going to quit, you're going to quit. But every time you see a cigarette, the body say, I want, because the body has already been conditioned that way. It's already developed that habit for that negative that negative thing that you, and then the body craves it, and then you can't control it because it's you're no longer in control of that situation. You're no longer in control of your life. Your subconscious mind is running your life. You're just watching your life being lived by your subconscious mind. And then that's when you lose control and addictions become bigger. And then you question to yourself, why is your life this way? So that's because a lot of people don't want to face the reality that they need to change themselves in order for their life to change. And that's why their life remain the same. Like I said, they will justify just about anything as to the reason why their life is that way. I guarantee you. I know this because I used to be like that. I justified any mean as why my life was this way. I was like, maybe it's my fate, maybe God has did this, but you have to take control of your life. Like, you have free will, because God is not going to change anything in your life unless you start to change yourself, because you have free will. No other being on this planet has free will other than the human being and other higher intelligent beings, because you are in control of your own life. You have to want to change in order for your situation to change. So this is what I've been trying to get you guys to understand is, don't sweat the small stuff. Don't worry about like the small things that happen to you, the negativities. Just keep a positive mindset and just know that everything will work out for you. Look at this beautiful sunset, guys. Sunrise. It's a beautiful day out there today. So that's why I wanted to make this video. And I don't know what else I can share that can drive the point home. Is because I know once you watch this video, you'll just forget about it and then just go on about your life. That's how people are, because they live in their life is being lived. They're not living their life. They're not in control of their life. And for me, my life began to change when I took control. I realized that at first I was a religious person. I used to go to church every day, not every day, every Sunday, and every other times I had the opportunity. But it's not until I actually took control of my life. I knew I stopped shifting blames. I stopped pointing the finger as to what things were happening to me. And I took control. Once I took control, and my life began to change. And it's not until you take charge of your life and start to take control and point the finger at you, because you're responsible for everything that happened to your life. You can't blame anyone, because everything that happened to you is the result of your thoughts, the result of what you feed your mind, and the habits you've developed over time. That is the result of the way your life is. If you're miserable, then you have miserable thoughts, you have miserable tendencies, habits that brought you into the situation you're in your life. So in order for you to change, you have to start from here, which is the causality, the plane of causality, where all creations begin in the mind. And once you create it in the mind, then it manifests into the physical world. After it manifests into the physical world, once you are able to see something with your eyes, you have no effect on it as to the ability to change it. Once you see something in your field of vision, when it has manifested, when it has become visible, you have no power to change it. This is one of the line that I got from the Matrix. French guy said, it was in the Matrix Revolution. They were sitting and having dinner. The guy said, "You have come here without a reason why. So you have come to me without power." So that means Neo and the other guys were there, but they didn't know why they were there, because they didn't create that reality. They were just guided by someone else. So they had no reason, they had no understanding as to why they were there. They were just there. So therefore they had no power to change the situation, because they didn't create it. Someone else created it. So they had no power in that situation. So there's a lot of truth in Matrix and any other movies. But the point is, I don't want to keep this video too long. And it's just know that anything that happens to you, you have control of whether to let it control your life or for you to control it and manage the stress in your life. You can manage anything. Why would you allow yourself to feel stressful when you can change the situation, when you can control how you feel? You can actually control how you feel by changing the way you think, by changing the way you respond to your circumstances, by changing the way you respond to what happens to you. So instead of reacting, just respond. This is a similar way. Let's say, for instance, you're walking down the street, someone just shove you. Automatically, a normal person would just react and just turn around and start getting angry, or start engaging in conflicts or in a fight. But a poised person, a person that knows how to control their mind, that knows the situation, that knows cause and effect, they will turn around, observe the situation, observe the person, and question himself, what has caused this person to treat me this way? And what pain are they going through? What ailments are they experiencing in their life? Because most of the time, when someone is negative, when someone is like angry, there's something that's eating them on the inside. There's something they need to. It's a part of them inside that they need to heal. So whenever you do encounter someone that's being negative to you, that's saying anything negative, or however it may be, just observe the person. Don't react, because once you react, then you lose control of the situation. Just respond. Observe the situation. Observe how the person is feeling. Observe the emotions. Observe your thoughts. Observe your emotions. And then you begin to take control of the situation, and then you begin to see what you can do to change it. Like I said, a lot of people don't want to change. They don't want to look at that type of thing, because it turned the mirror back around, and it forced you to look at yourself. It forced you to look at your flaws, that what you need to change. And most people are not ready for that, and that's okay. That's the life they wish to experience. I mean, why experience a negative life? Why experience unhappiness? I mean, a lot of people are going to justify anything as to their living condition. They're going to justify why they don't have enough money, why they're not happy, why they don't have freedom. Because the mind wants to stay in that situation, because the body's already been conditioned, and the body's already been it's a habit. It has become a habit, so it's hard for the body to change. So the body becomes a mind instead of the mind controlling the body. So that's why they will justify any means as to why this situation is and why they don't want to change. And let's not go into that. But like I said, guys, just observe the situation and don't allow it to control your life. Until the next video, I'm going to meditate and attempt astral projection. I'm not sure. Well, I'll probably do that on a later video. How you can remove the soul from the body and just lay the body down and just travel into the spiritual realm. Until next time, guys, enjoy your day.